Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 11 of Personal Development Training Series. My name is Mohammad Reza Fatih, and I'm a life coach. What we do in life echoes in eternity. I guarantee you that your life is going to be divided by two parts, before and after following personal development training. This episode is about memories, which is a part of inner world. Has it ever occurred to you without you ever wanting? By hearing in music some sort of meal, or seeing a stranger on the street that is so familiar with someone who you live with for so many years. You go into the past, you recall a memory. You remember old houses, traditional dishes, people were around, intimacy were everywhere. Now you walk into a bar, same theme, same appearance, some sort of dishes, and you suddenly go into the past. You are not in the same place, but a memory is being revived. Despite what we think that we are leading our life using logic and our brain only, our past memories, their psychological effects, and the impact they had on our subconscious is still with us. And they are like bricks for our wall of life. Today we are going to understand what is a memory, how does it get shaped, and how does it without our permission influences our life. We think that memory is past, something is over, something that is done. But the thing is, memory is a past that is still alive. Memories are like DNAs of our thoughts. They decide who we should approach to, when to pull back, where to risk, and what to be afraid of. What memory is not? When we talk about memories, we all think about something that happened in the past. But memory is not an event that happened in the past, because our mind is not like a camera that records everything. Our memory is made up of three parts. One, the event that happened. Two, the feeling that we had at that moment. And three, the meaning that we gave to it. So, our memory is emotional interpretation of what happened. That meaning and feeling becomes the perfume that lingers on our mind. Imagine a child draws a picture, goes to her parents, and says, "Mom, look at my painting." And the answer he gets is, "Wow, such a nice painting. Let me see, show me, tell me what happened. Who are these people you draw?" The thing that happened is a very basic attention. But the memory that the child is going to have is this: I'm visible, I'm capable, life is beautiful, I'm being supported, I'm receiving love. And he's going to start making positive stories about everything. Brain takes the emotional burden of that moment and extends it to everything. But otherwise, if the child is ignored, something like later, like I'm not interested right now. The thing that happened is not a disaster. We know it. But for the child, is being recorded like this. It's better if I don't express myself anymore. Maybe my painting is not good enough. I'm alone. I'm not lovable. Brain loves memory. Why? Because brain is looking for survival, not success and details. Our brain never goes like, let me investigate the whole past and tell you every single detail of everything that happened and what everyone meant so I could calculate every single thing you should do for the future. It's not like this. It only separates what seems important for the brain. A very simple and holistic model of strong and intensive feelings and experiences. And now brain compares everything with that simple and holistic model. So now memories are shortcuts for decision making. Each one of us have this memory. During our adolescence, we did something that we shouldn't have. We came home and we said what we done. For example, you took your dad's car without his permission because you had to show yourself to your friends. You went out, you had fun, but suddenly, boom, you hit somebody else's car. So you think and think, what should I say? What I'm going to do? My dad is going to kill me. What should I tell my mom? And finally, you decide to be honest. You come back home, you see what everyone is doing, you take your time, everyone finds out something wrong, and you finally start speaking. Now the atmosphere is getting heavy. Looks are getting heavy. You're getting judged. You're going to have some conversations. Because of the intensive feeling that we have, which was feeling desperate, lonely, and defenseless, the meaning that we built was this: if other people find out about my mistakes, I'm gonna be lonely. I'm gonna be torn apart, separated from the group. And we're gonna carry this meaning for all our life, even if later the whole reality of everything changes. The brain of the teenager has not recorded everything. There are only a few memories left. When you look at the past, do you remember everything? No. You just recall some blurry memories. You don't remember everything. The brain takes these few memories and use them to interpret everything in your life. Later on, in your office, you're working, you're making a mistake. You finally realize it's time to say something, but you're afraid. You're afraid to be honest, admit to your mistake, and realize now you're alone again. You are afraid to try new things because you're afraid to be wrong and being alone. Pay attention. A few memories are going to lead your life forever. This is where we realize our life is going to be separated to before and after personal development and self-awareness. But story doesn't end here. Things get more complicated when we realize there are not only bad memories, also good memories could be bad. I'm sorry to say this, but the sweet memories that we are stuck in could also lock our life, can bind us, limit us. We have heard this so many times. Oh, good memories, old times. My school years was the best years of my life. What does this mean? It means after that period, you hadn't experienced anything better. You don't have anything better to experience? For example, college years, when we had no responsibility, we were free. Our only concern was our books, notes, and teachers and our friends. We had no idea what the life is about. Now, the golden question is, if the best era of your life is in the past, what were you doing so far? Why didn't you build a better life? What were you doing? Think about this right now. Is your current life similar to that old good time that you had? Do you recall anything good from the past that's still going on in your life? For example, you're working so hard right now. You're a workaholic. Isn't it because you were admired because of your hard work during school years? You had some studies. Yes, you focused. You had good grades. And congratulations, you're a good student. Thank you. Now you can go to a good college. From that memory on, you think life is about one thing and focusing on it. and you forget about life's other dimensions. If you are somebody who likes partying and being around friends, isn't it because the last time you felt intimacy was when you were around your family? And the only good thing that happened in your life was being around your family and friends. The key is here to separate what I'm comfortable with what my new and current life requires of me. Now is the time of solitude. You should work on yourself, but you are more comfortable with a group. Maybe it's time for you to read some books. But you, on the other hand, regard not working as weakness. So I'm going to give you a golden formula. Keep what's working and improve what's not working. For example, if you're good at working, you should keep it that way. You should sustain it. But also, you should try to improve what you're not good at. For example, you feel lonely, you don't talk good about yourself, you don't exercise, you don't have a good diet. So keep working on what's working good, but also try to improve what's negative. The most dangerous part is when memory becomes identity. The most part of our identity, we didn't choose ourselves. We didn't choose it deliberately, but it is imposed to us by our memories. We all had a certain thing in school that we didn't like to study. You didn't study it until it became a problem. You procrastinate, you delay it, and all you remember is the pressure, the atmosphere of the exams. You read the questions and you realize you have no idea what they're talking about. But you see your friends and everybody's answering like rapidly. Are these guys my friends? Maybe those days are past, but the memories that they impose to us still lingers with us. This is no longer a memory. This is a label that stays with us forever. I'm a perfectionist. I'm a procrastinator. Just like training elephants. Professional trainers, when they want to train elephants, and during the early years, they lock them with some sort of chain or rope to some rigid place. The elephant tries to escape, but he can't. So he learns that he's helpless. Later on, when he's larger and he's an adult, he's strong, he does not even try. They don't even need to lock him anymore because he's not going to try. He has learned that trying has no point. You, on the other hand, tried reading, you started it, but you didn't finish. You never even started. You procrastinated. You delayed what you knew what was good for you. Days passed and it got already late. So, what's the solution here? First of all, we got to become aware of how we view ourselves. We need to know that what sort of man do we think we are? I'm a procrastinator. I'm not successful. I don't have enough self love. I'm not patient. I'm not a warrior. Whatever you call yourself, you got to know it. What do we think are the most important features of our character? Now, we take those negative identities that we use them to label ourselves and turn them into solvable problems. For example, this procrastination everyone's struggling with. Instead of saying, I'm a procrastinator, you can say, I have a habit of procrastination. Because habits are easily changeable. And after that, a new identity is born. And the final part of our video, how to manage the impacts of our memories on our current life. Number one, increase the level of your self-awareness. In every moment, be aware of your thoughts and the stories that you are telling about yourself. Imagine somebody is leading your life, but you don't know what he's talking about, what you're thinking of. The moment you go on autopilot, the moment you don't choose to be your best version, the moment you give up your choice to what to think about, you are decreasing your level of self-awareness. Now, you don't know even what you're talking about. You don't know where you're going because you are silent. You are not aware. So, at any given moment, try to be aware. You got to be present. You got to know what you're thinking about. Number two, you should have a clear definition and criteria of your best version and try to, take some practical steps towards it. For example, my best version dresses like this. He dresses like classic or casual. He talks like this. She goes like that. She works like that. He walks like that. He has such friends. You gotta have a very clear definition of your best version. Now you can take some steps and you finally, after some short period of time, you realize your memories and your past are no longer commander of your destiny, but you are your own leader. And number three, try to discover the purpose for which you are born and move towards it. Do you even have a purpose? Do you know why you're born? Do you know why you're here, what you're doing, what you're supposed to do? If you don't have a purpose, if you don't know how you're going to die, how come you expect your memories not to influence your destiny? You don't even have a direction. If a ship does not know to which port it is sailing, no wind is favorable. If you don't have a direction, your chains are going to keep you in the same place. Those who do not move do not notice their chains. So you gotta discover why you're here before it's too late and move towards it. When you move towards your holy purpose, nothing can hold you back. What we do in life echoes in eternity.